Hey, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at Solana. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. Now, if you haven't seen the previous update, I would recommend you check that out before watching this one because it's going to have a lot more context and I'm not going to be repeating a lot of the stuff that I said in the last video. Now, as you can see, we were in this channel down pattern over here. And in the last video, I did say when you're gonna break this horizontal, and usually when you break horizontal resistance, you tend to move a bit more with authority, you know. So here you can see you're breaking out. You had five green candles. We're getting above the 20 EMA, which is very nice. And I did say that you should look for support at the 55 EMA. Here you can see we bounced down a little bit. And I did say that you may potentially come back down to revisit this lower support trend line of this channel down pattern. That's exactly what happened. So what we're looking for now is obviously we want to be breaking this previous swing high over here. So if I slap on the fib real quick, let's see, I bet we're hitting the golden ratio right now. I'm going to take the fib retracement over here and place it. Yeah, as you can see, we're wicking above the golden ratio, but we need to break this level in order to be bullish again and in order to have more confluence for the fact that we're going to break the previous swing high over here. Because only by breaking the previous swing high, you're going to be in a technical target to the 1.618 over here at $326. I'm going to mark that area with a price tag. So that is your target after you break this swing high, which is actually the all-time high for Solana. And but you know, if we want to get to the all-time high, we need to break the golden ratio, and the golden ratio is the most important fib level out of all the fib levels. That is the level that has the most resistance. So you can see that we've been rejected from this area over here, and we've held this area as support nicely over here. So, you know, we've had nice couple of bullish days. So I would say that we potentially can get rejected from the golden ratio over here, bounce off of it and come back either to the 0.5 at $217 or come back all the way to the 0.382 at $207. So $217 and $207 are some nice support levels that you want to have some buy orders at potentially. Also, what I think is possible is we either hold this support trend line or we backtest as support this white trend line. So you can see that we broke out over here. And usually what happens is you come back for a retest. And a retest over here would be very healthy. So we do have the 0.236 over here at $197. So that can be another level you can be eyeballing. And, you know, obviously you come up, you backtest as support, then you continue with the uptrend and you create a higher low basically. So we're going to start our uptrend, right? Because you don't want to start moving too parabolically, but at least I would look at a bounce off the 20 EMA. We want to come back down a bit to the 20 EMA if we get too overextended. But after breaking the golden ratio, you're looking after that at the 786 on the fib, and that's $240. So if you bought off the 55 EMA right now, you're in profit of 12%. To the golden ratio, that's almost 14%, and to the 786, that is almost 21%. Okay, so like I said, we're breaking out. Everything looks good, but do anticipate a potential pullback, a little pullback, either to the white trend line, either to this support white trend line, or one of the fib levels that I just talked about, the 236, the 382, and the 0.5. Now, overall, we're looking at $326 as our kind of target out of this small fib retracement. Now, if we zoom out and look at the larger fib over here that we have, that is sitting at $411. Okay, so this is the large fib that we have. I do think that's the large fib. Is that right? Yeah, that is the 1.618. Okay. On the large fib that we have, and this large fib goes all the way back to January with that swing low to the swing high in May, and yeah, that's That's our 1.618 at $410, and I do think that is achievable. I think that is something that we can get to, especially if the bull market gets overextended. And the longer we consolidate right now in December, the more I believe that we're going to have a continuation of the bull market into spring of 2022. So here we have a nice psychological level at $1,000. And if we get an overextended bull market, I definitely think we can get to $1,000 on Solana. Now it's up to you when you decide to sell, right, and take profits. We all have our take profit zones, obviously. So I gave you a couple of support levels on the daily RSI that were held nicely. So you either had to buy, well, you didn't have to do anything, but I gave you this 45 on the RSI and I gave you this 40 on the RSI. And we basically lost the 45, came back to the 40. We didn't even touch it. We just came down and bounced from above of this level, and we had a strong move to the upside, and now we're potentially looking for a pullback. Now, will this pullback happen right now, or will we get rejected from this previous support line, now turn resistance and come back to the 45? I don't know, but you want to be prepared for both scenarios. If you entered for a quick trade, then you can definitely look to sell your Solana after you kind of hit your head on this level and you start coming back down. You want to take profits potentially when you're hitting that wide trend line. And why is that a resistance? Because you held it as support multiple times over here, and when you lose a support level, it becomes resistance, right? And vice versa. And overall, we do have this pink trend line over here that I do think can potentially get us rejected to the downside after we start coming up to it. Okay, so yeah, look for 45 for a support level on the daily RSI. And obviously, if Bitcoin starts crapping the bed and we have a pretty strong correction due to some FUD, you can see us lose the 45, lose the 40, and come back even lower. And potentially, you want to look at previous lows on the RSI and see where those are. So we have a low over here at 32, and we have a low over here at 34, almost 35. So it's anyone's guess where the RSI is going to land if we start free falling. But obviously, if you get down to the oversold out of the purple box, then that's the best time to start dollar cost averaging. Now, jumping into Binance, so we do have a fib setup over here, the swing high September 9th to the swing low over here September 22nd. That gives us the 1.618 at $317. We ran into the 1.272 over here. We came back down. We held the 786 very nicely, and we held the 80 EMA. I have started using the 80 EMA recently, and it's holding support very nicely. And you should bring out the 80 EMA to your charts. And as you can see, we broke above the 55, held it as support, broke above the 20, and now we want to hold that as support. And as you can see, you're breaking through this horizontal, and you're breaking with authority, as you can see. So if you bought in from the 786, you could potentially start looking into taking profits if you're looking to take profits, obviously. So I'm giving these resistance levels to people who are looking to take profits. And for those of you who are looking to buy for the long term, just buy off of support levels and just dollar cost average. So yeah, in the future, if we come back down and lose the white trend line as support, look for the 786 to hold you as support on the daily chart. So that would be $189. Now jumping into the oscillators, so you can see that the MACD is about to form a bullish cross, and you can see that when we form a bullish cross on the MACD on the daily, we see nice appreciation in the price. But this is a lagging indicator, so this is a confirmation indicator, I like to call it. So you look at it for confirmation if you want to enter a trade as safe as possible. But as you can see, the last time we had this bullish cross over here, you can see that we appreciated all the way from $156 all the way to $257 in a 64% move. So potentially we may be looking at something similar, and we may get to the 1.272 at $256, and then we are targeting $280 over here at the 1.414. So we can get rejected from either of those levels. Now, yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. If I missed out anything on the charts, please let me know down below in the comments. I am going to read all the comments. I do read all the comments all the time, and I try to answer as soon as possible. Feel free to follow me on Twitter. I do post technical analysis in there. And we have a Discord server as well where you can request technical analysis. And we have a Telegram chat with a great community that will help you if you need any help regarding a problem that you have. And we do have a Patreon as well, guys, where I share my buys, my sells. And we do have low cap gem calls in there as well. I'm actually going to drop another low cap gem project on the Solana ecosystem that I really like. And you know, these gems are doing great right now. Some of them have done a 2x, I think, or a 3x already. And those will be, you know, very good to enter while they're still early, you know, early projects. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. I'm going to catch you in the next one. Goodbye and good night.